we're currently on a 3.5-week road trip around both islands of New Zealand.
I cannot stress how perfect this place is.
It's beautiful.
We've just finished exploring the North Island, and now we're heading to the south, where we'll start by indulging in the wine region of Marlborough.
I'm loving this right now.
This is made for us. This is perfect.
And then we'll be working our way south to Queenstown, doing one ridiculously epic activity after another.
This is one of the most beautiful places I've ever kayaked.
That was unbelievable. It was just everything I dreamed it would be.
And since this trip is actually our honeymoon, we thought we'd call this film series One Ring to Rule Them All, because why not? Our journey began a week and a half ago in Auckland.
This is our beautiful car we have for the next 3.5 weeks. If you're wondering what car rental I used, I didn't go to any particular company. I just went to discovercars.com, found the best deal.
And funnily enough, there's a link in the description that you can use to get money off your first booking with them. But I digress. Let's start the honeymoon road trip.
Honeymoon!
We had an action-packed schedule for the North Island, and joining us was my good friend Matt, who basically crashed our honeymoon for a few days.
Yes. Hey, get down!
So yeah, very romantic honeymoon moment. Of many very romantic honeymoon moments that we've had so far. Matt.
Yeah.
We'll be meeting up with Matt again, along with some other friends later in the trip, but for now, it's time to head to the South Island.
Alright, so we're now leaving the North Island and heading to the South Island. The ferry across takes 3.5 hours, and I decided to surprise Jamie by forking out for the premium lounge, which means it's an adult-only area, comfy seats, you get a free meal included. So I thought it'd just be a nice little treat for the next leg of our honeymoon. The North Island's been fantastic. We've done so much stuff, but South Island just always goes up a notch, so it's going to be an exciting couple of weeks.
Before we get down to the majestic mountains of the South Island, we'll firstly be exploring the wineries of the Marlborough region.
So we are starting our South Island adventure with a big drive today. We have to go not 1 but 2 minutes to our hotel.
I don't know how we're gonna do it.
It's gonna be tough, but we got supplies, we can make it. There we go.
One can of time.
One half drunk. Half drunk. Well, we've made it. Phew.
Yeah, oh wow.
We just stopped in Picton for one night, and the reason we stopped here when we're about to go to Blenheim, which is only 20 minutes away, was originally we were going to be in Kaikoura tonight, but the dolphin swimming tour is sold out. So we're just stopping here just to have a little breather before we get started with our South Island adventure.
Boy,
We got some mussels.
they're huge.
Ooh, look at that. The sauce in it is so good.
In the morning, we decided to fill up on some toasties before we visited all of the wineries today.
Roll it. Keep going. Love it.
For the next 2 nights, we're staying in an Airbnb that's 15 minutes west of Blenheim, situated right amongst the wineries.
So we've just arrived at our Airbnb. I'll show you around later because we're going to check in later. We've just dumped the car. Now we're going to go get some bikes.
There's a little rental shop just around the corner from our Airbnb, like a 5-minute walk. Lovely little family-owned place. So pick them up. Now we're going to cycle to our first winery.
The Marlborough wine region's history began in the 19th century when European settlers first planted vineyards here. But it wasn't until the 1970s that the region gained international recognition. The area's unique climate and soil conditions proved ideal for grape growing, particularly for Sauvignon Blanc, which just so happens to be our favourite wine.
Like on Jamie and I's first proper date, we realised we both loved the same wine, which is New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc.
And that's the reason we're married.
And that's the reason we're married. That's it, really. Nothing else.
So are you ready? We are at Nautilus right now. We've both gone for the reserve tasting, which is 4 wines. A little bit fancier than their regular tasting, but it's our first one, so we might as well. I'm a big wine bird. I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm loving this right now. This is like a very big shift in content, but here we go.
See, at the end of the last episode, you would have seen me geeking out a lot with the Lord of the Rings stuff, and now it's Jamie's turn to geek out with the wine stuff.
My turn, baby.
That's the deal we had this trip. Anytime I took Jamie to a Lord of the Rings thing, I then had to take her to a winery, so I'm just payback right now.
This is how we make a marriage work. The lovely woman just explained to us, a regular Sauvignon Blanc is mainly aged in stainless steel, and the kind of Sauvignon Blanc that they make here, they put in a French oak, which is typical for a Chardonnay. I don't love a Chardonnay, so I was a little afraid this was going to taste like a Chardonnay.
You smell the oak. That's very smooth.
Yeah. We do love a classic Sauvignon Blanc. This is a really lovely wine.
So to give you an idea of costs, the bike costs $45 to hire for the day. And the tasting is as cheap as like from $10 for like 3 or 4 classic wines. And then if you get the more fancy ones, it can be $20, $25. Some go up to $45, but it doesn't have to be that expensive for a day. You get drunk pretty easily, pretty quick, and pretty cheap. Ready for more wine?
Ready.
At the Alan Scott Winery, we struck gold because rather than having a set menu of 4 different wines, they had a self-serve machine with 7 different Sauvignon Blancs in, which you could purchase as many samples of as you want.
This is made for us. This is perfect. We've got 7, we can compare them all and then probably buy our favourite.
This is dangerous. I could stay here all day. For people who aren't super into wine and aren't really able to discuss wine with a wine professional in a comfortable way, because it can get a little intimidating. Like, oh yeah, this wine is good. You know, it's very accessible. So we've just sampled the most expensive Sauvignon Blanc here, which is $100 a bottle. And while it is very nice, and I can absolutely tell why this is the most expensive, it's not our thing.
No.
It's not what we want.
We don't like basic, but we don't like beer. We like beer.
And I'm thrilled by that. It means that I'm not going to be chasing that $100 bottle high all the time. So high five.
There we go. We have an affordable wine taste.
Sweet spot, baby.
During our 2 days here, we went to 7 different wineries, including having a lovely lunch at Cloudy Bay.
Good.
But since it was New Year's, we also wanted some time to relax and enjoy our Airbnb.
You see, this is what happens when you don't film your Airbnb straight away. Because it was so beautiful and so nice, and now we just kind of go like, boom. So this is what we're staying in. Which, trust us, is a really beautiful place.
So embarrassing.
But we've just kind of slobbed out because it's New Year's.
And the best feature of our Airbnb is a hot tub. We're all set up for New Year's right here. Locally sourced bubbles.
Woo! I didn't shake it over anything.
And we got a visitor.
Hello, little friend. Hello.
Happy New Year.
Alright, well, after a wonderful New Year's here in Marlborough, it's time for us to leave this wine mecca and carry on with the road trip. So we're going to be heading down the east coast to Christchurch, hopefully see lots of seals along the way, along the coast, and then tomorrow we cut across the mountains through the Arthur's Pass to the west coast, where we'll be finishing up at Franz Josef and doing the heli hike on the glacier, hopefully. But it's been a great spot to spend on New Year's, relax a bit. It's like a holiday within our holiday, you know, slow down a bit. But now, back to the road trip adventure. Yay!
Back to adventure.
So we've just stopped at Ohio Point, which is on the main highway. We've got a whole seal colony just chilling out here on the rocks. There used to be a little waterfall you can hike up to from here, where all the seal cubs would go up there to sort of have like a little nursery, but it got damaged in an earthquake a few years back, so they're all right down here now. Oh, look at your eyes. Oh, you're so cute.
This is fun.
Oh, hello. Oh, look at your eyes. So we've just stopped outside Kaikoura. We were going to go look at the seal colony here as well, but the car park was just absolutely rammed. So we just stopped at this random spot beside the road. And the rock formations here kind of remind me of the pancake rocks on the west coast. Just a slightly different angle. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, it's a shame we couldn't do the dolphin swimming thing here, but it's sold out months in advance. We'll just have to come back and do it another time. But it's very beautiful nonetheless.
All in all, it was about a 4.5-hour drive plus stops to get us down to Christchurch for the evening.
Alright, so we've made it to Christchurch. We're staying at the Fable Hotel, which is right downtown near the Cathedral Square. I stayed here for a couple of weeks in 2006, and then in 2011, of course, had the massive earthquake, which destroyed a lot of the downtown. Each time I come back, it's regenerated a lot more, and now it's looking, this street just looks amazing. I don't even remember this, it might be new, not sure, but...
This is New Regent Street.
New Regent Street. So maybe it is new, hence the name. A clue in the title. Liking Christchurch?
So pretty. It's a beautiful city.
Yeah. I always said this town reminds me of Cambridge in the UK, where my older brothers went to university. I did not. Previous times I've been back to Christchurch after the earthquake, there's been a bit of a lingering sadness watching the sort of city reconstruct itself, but coming back now and seeing all these new restaurants and bars and seeing it thriving, it's put a smile on my face. It's so good to see the city doing so well, because it's such a lovely city, and seeing it back on its feet and all these new establishments, it's great to see. It's great to see, and the food's really good.
There are very large eels in the river.
Very large eels.
Very large eels. Like, oh, just your neighborhood-friendly eel. Yeah, no.
Want to go for a dip?
No.
Oh wait! Oh, that guy's little scared to touch it.
Still got all my fingers.
We come to a pub called The Church, which is a converted church. For live music, it's amazing. Not just any live music, they're playing Springsteen as well. My kind of church.
Attached to the church was an Irish pub that had live music on as well. The next morning, we drove the normally scenic Arthur's Pass, and we'll be heading to Franz Josef on the west coast, where we'll do our glacier heli hike the day after.
So yeah, we're driving on the stunning Arthur's Pass today, although it's been pouring with rain, so it kind of looks like you're driving through Scotland. But we just stopped at Castle Hill, which is this incredible rock formation right here. If you've seen the Narnia films, it's at the end of the first one where the big battle is, but it's not that good of a film, so. Here's me nerding out on all the Lord of the Rings stuff and Narnia.
But it's not Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, so who cares? It's just lame.
It's kind of spooky in the rain.
Yeah.
It's almost better. Maybe.
at the Arthur's Pass scenic lookout point, but it's pouring rain, so we'll keep going to the next one. So, yeah. It's a lovely drive, though, despite the rain.
We had planned to make a few stops along the way and make a sort of road trip adventure day out of it, but since the weather wasn't behaving, we just ploughed through the 5 hours of driving to get to Franz Josef.
Alright, so it's back to the backpacking part of our honeymoon. Tonight, for one night only, we're in a dorm room. We have the dorm room to ourselves, we're not sharing with other people. Ugh.
The honeymoon.
It's like, happy honeymoon, my love. Goodbye.
The secret to a successful marriage. Privacy curtains.
Privacy curtains. It's like, as far as dorm rooms go, you got your own plugs and lights by your bed. You do have privacy curtains and shelves. We got
Good amount of storage.
good amount of storage. And we even have extra storage cupboards over here with more plugs. If you're like me, you need to charge a million things overnight. They've got enough plugs for you, which is good. I've been in dorm rooms before where it's like one plug for 8 people. So, yeah, very nice. Alright, welcome to Franz Josef. Let me give you a quick tour of everything that is around. Done.
Franz Josef is a tiny place that simply serves as a hub for experiencing the glacier, and the heli hike we're going to be doing is one of the ultimate highlights of New Zealand. The helicopter ride up is stunning in itself, and then hiking around and exploring the glacier is just incredible. When I was here in 2013, they'd recently discovered an ice cave on the glacier, and climbing through it was like being in a different world. So we're both super excited for what's in store today. We'd woken up to perfect blue skies, but when we got to the center, they said there was a slight delay because of some clouds coming in. But after a short wait, we got kitted up and began making our way to the helicopter.
So I think we might actually be doing the heli hike. There's been a bit of delays and not sure if we're going to go because there's the clouds coming in, but we're walking to the helicopter, which is a start. So let's see what happens. Been on a helicopter before?
Never been on a helicopter before. Very excited. I get to go in the front.
Yeah.
Which is very exciting.
We were just about to board the helicopter when the guide came up to us and said, because of the clouds, the trip was called off.
And it's cancelled. They just cancelled. We're just about to get on and then just beforehand. So it's a real shame that. Obviously it's fully refunded, so we're going to take that money and hopefully do something extra cool with our time. But yeah, I'm good for you as well.
Or drink it away.
$650 of drinking. I like that.
$795.
$795. Shit, there we go. Sweet. Times 2.
This was the big ticket item.
Yeah.
This was the big one. But that's the nature of
nature.
The weather. And
we'll figure something out.
That sucks though. Yeah. I'm pretty bummed.
Yeah. We got ourselves an ice cream because we can do the glacier. It helps a little. Anyway, Wanaka, let's go.
It's a 4-hour drive to Wanaka, and the first couple of hours are heading down the coast before we turn inland and up into the mountains.
So we just made a quick stop at Ships Creek. This is just before we turn inland up into the mountains. So it's probably the last time we're going to see the coast until maybe when we do one of the sounds, because sometimes the ship goes all the way out, but it's the last time we can be on the beach. Well, next time we'll probably be on the beach. It's Hawaii.
Nice try, Ocean. Didn't get me.
We're in the township of Haast, which is just before we turn up inland, and we stopped at a place called the Hard Antler.
Hard antler.
See if we can figure out why.
A very literal interpretation of the theme.
What are you drinking there?
This is a hazy lemonade. Has alcohol in it, don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't panic. It's very tasty. It would be absolutely deadly on a hot day because you just keep drinking it. It's very easy drinking.
As the road turns inland, we're now really getting in and amongst the mountains.
So we just stopped at Thunder Creek Falls, which is right by the highway. Just park up, 1 minute walk, and you got this. It's such a beautiful river too, with trees hanging over it, and the water so clear. Yeah, this drive from Franz Josef to Wanaka is one of the most beautiful ones in New Zealand, if not the world, especially the second leg from Haast up to Wanaka. It's just incredible, and we got such a good day for it. Just driving through all this. This is Lake Wanaka.
After a few hours of driving on these beautiful roads, we made it to Wanaka, where we'll be spending the next 3 nights, and our good friend Luke just so happens to be working at the hostel we're staying at.
So we just made it to Haka House, and it looks so... Oh no.
Sorry mate, this hostel's got a no prick policy.
But you work here.
Jamie's allowed in. I'm the manager. Come on, hug me. Get the camera away.
Let's have a little hug on camera. Good to see you, buddy.
Where's Matt?
He's coming later.
Only a few days.
How's the drive, mate?
That's great. Really good.
So this is our private double room, and Luke's got us some welcome drinks.
Some wine and beers.
He's all grown up.
For Karl's ego.
Yeah, for Jamie's wine diaries.
Little dick energy. Alright, so me and Luke have been mates for a good couple of years now. Actually met on my Pakistan trip. But Luke's been living out here in New Zealand for the last 15 months or something, and is now duty manager at the Haka House hostel we're staying at. So when did you move over to New Zealand?
So it's coming up to just over a year and a half now that I've lived here. I lived in the North Island for 3 months. Wanaka reached out when I got into this company, and I thought, well, I'll give it a go, maybe for 3 months, 4 months, and then I'll head to Queenstown when I've done my time here. And I got used to this and I couldn't leave it, so I'm kind of stuck here now.
How has Wanaka changed over the years, do you think?
Oh mate, like when I came here in 2019, the lakefront didn't have anywhere near as many bars.
This place seems like it's developed so much. Like I was last here 2017, and I don't know the place that well, but you get the sense it's just gone up a whole other level in terms of how busy and lively it is, and how many sort of food and dining and drinking options there are.
I don't like to say it, it probably is slowly turning into a bit of a Queenstown.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, Queenstown's still one of our favourite places in the world, so it's not really a bad thing, but
it's still got its same kind of Wanaka charm. I don't think it's lost its charm. So.
No, it's still, it doesn't ruin the aspect of living here one bit.
Yeah.
If anything, it actually adds to it.
Door's not open. Womp womp. Let's go.
So it's a gorgeous day here in Wanaka. We're just going to do a little hike. We're going to head round the lake, past Roy's Peak, into a place called, well, it's Rocky Mountain Summit we're going to go to. Diamond Lake Conservation Area, that's where we're heading to. So yeah, just a fun little mini walk for the afternoon. So we think this is the Diamond Lake because it said it was a 10-minute walk to it.
I would classify this more as a pond.
That's a large pond.
A large pond. Maybe it's a lake. I don't know. It's bigger than I thought it was.
Beautiful, eh?
Beautiful.
Well, we made it up to the Lake Wanaka viewpoint, which is lovely and beautiful, but we're going to push on a little more to the Rocky Mountain summit. Unless we give it halfway, and you'll never see this clip again.
True.
Well, we made it to the top of Rocky Mountain Peak with an incredible view over Lake Wanaka. And such a clear day, you can see to Mount Aspiring way over there. Just beautiful. A nice kind of mid-level hike if you don't want to do the all-day thing of Royce Peak and don't want the crowds of that, or Isthmus Peak. This is a nice sort of halfway kind of point.
And very quiet too.
Very quiet.
You get out of the crowds pretty quickly, and you know, we saw maybe 10 other people getting up to Rocky Mountain.
Very peaceful. Yeah. You feel like you're away from it and get to just enjoy it. And so yeah, just gonna enjoy this for a bit longer and then mosey on back down.
Kind of like, Legolas, what the hell do I see?
Taking the hobbits to Isengard. Alright, just made it back to the car park. That took us about 3.5 hours, but a good 30 or 45 minutes of that was just sitting enjoying the view. So, lovely half-day activity in these beautiful mountains.
That evening, we went round to Luke's place to have ourselves a little barbecue.
Not me, the food.
Cool. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's the one.
So we thought we were being good Canadians, and so we bought a maple syrup whiskey.
How about try?
Not really knowing
Never tried it before.
what it was going to be.
Just maple syrup.
It's a moose away from being the most Canadian thing ever.
It's what we're gonna put on our pancakes.
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Turns out it just tastes like pancakes.
We're doing degenerate pancakes.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh,
yeah.
Canada.
Okay, so today we are heading to Milford Sound, which is one of my favourite places in the world and one of the most beautiful places in the world. But rather than driving there, we're going to be flying there, which is something I've wanted to do for years. So I'm very, very excited. We had this booked for yesterday and it got called off because of the weather. Apparently it's too windy at Milford Sound to land, but today it seems like we're all a go. I'll celebrate once we're in the air, but this should be freaking amazing. Excited?
Yes, very excited.
All right, we're in our little plane. That was unbelievable. I was just biggest grin on my face the whole time, like just flying, weaving between the mountains.
That was wild. You get so close to mountains that you're just like, oh, it's right there. It's right there.
Touch it.
Like Jamie said, you're so close and seeing the glaciers and the valleys below and the crystal clear water. It was just Everything I dreamed it would be. It was unbelievable. After we'd followed down the coast for a little bit, we then turned into Milford Sound and actually flew through Milford Sound. And now we've got perfect blue skies to actually go out on Milford Sound, which is a rarity. Like he was saying, on this west coast they get more rainfall here per year than the Amazon rainforest. So to have a clear day like this is very lucky. So that was unbelievable.
We made our way from the airstrip down to the docks and boarded our 90-minute cruise around Milford Sound. Milford Sound is actually a fjord and was carved out by glaciers millions of years ago. It's approximately 15 kilometers or 9 miles long, and the highest peak rising out of the water is Mitre Peak, which is nearly 1,700 meters or 5,600 feet tall.
Never get over the scale of it here. It's just unreal. Like mountains coming straight out of the water. Got some fur seals just chilling on the rocks right here. We just come out to the Tasman Sea. He was saying that waves out here can get up to 10 meters on a really rough day, but today it's completely calm. Just got some dolphins riding in the surf on a big cruise ship.
Similar to what we'd said about Antarctica, it's really hard to get a sense of scale of how big these mountains are compared to the distance across the fjord.
Probably get wet. Refreshing, isn't it?
So it was actually really useful to see other little boats or other very large boats across the fjord, and it's actually like, oh wow, that's, you know, like a 10-story boat and it looks teeny tiny compared to these big cliffs. So that was actually really useful. But yeah, it's stunning. It's so beautiful. And we saw dolphins, which is really special.
It's just so spectacular, but I love it here so much. It meant so much to me to come back here and share it with Jamie.
Isn't he sweet?
But yes, as perfect as that was, we now have another flight to look forward to as we're going to fly back, so this is a rather good day.
It's a quick casual flight.
Oh yes, just a hop, skip, and a jump. No.
The flight back to Wanaka was going to be a different route, and first up, we had to loop up and out of Milford Sound to make it over the mountains.
that flight back was just as spectacular, and literally flying over Middle Earth. There's one point when we're near Glenorchy and I was like, this is where Isengard is.
We could see off to the right the Dart River leading into Lake Wakatipu, which, if you were to follow as it curves around the mountains to the left, you would find Queenstown.
Right in the end, we came right past Rory's Peak, coming back to Wanaka, so a great view of that. Awesome day, and we got more stuff to do, so gonna have some wine on a little boat on the lake.
This evening we're going to do a happy hour cruise over by the lake. Nice. A lot of wine involved, bit of cheese, bit of crackers.
Nice.
Cheers! Lovely idea, guys. Yes.
We had a lovely chilled hour just cruising around the lake, and then back in town, we went for a drink where Luke failed to split the G not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Oh, you got so excited again. Over 3. Oh, that's perfect.
That is the G. Flawless. That is.
I'm sorry, James.
Actually, apologise to yourself, Luke.
We then went to the food truck village to grab something to eat.
I mean, how's the burger?
Really good. Really good. Yeah, I've only had 1 bite so far, but really good.
You rate this burger better than third burger?
Definitely better than third burger, 100%.
Yeah.
And
Controversial.
You won't queue for an hour to get it.
Bring up
Which
ahead
is the best
third
thing.
burger.
Yeah, but you try ringing, they won't answer, mate. They're that.
They don't answer the phone.
Okay.
Trust me.
Before we head to Queenstown, the final stop of our trip, we're going to be doing an overnight cruise in Doubtful Sound. And so today, we'll be driving down to Manapuri and catching our transport from there.
Alright, time to leave Wanaka. Sad to say goodbye. The weather's been perfect and an amazing time, but more adventures to be had.
It's just over a 3-hour drive down to Manapuri, and it's another beautiful road that takes us underneath the peaks of the Remarkables and alongside the southern leg of Lake Wakatipu.
Alright, we've made it to Manapuri. I've parked up at the overnight parking place, which was pretty full. No thanks to some real shitty parking from lots of other people, but we're now going to be getting a boat, and then there's like a little bus up and over the hill, and then we're off to Doubtful Sound. Overnight trip to Doubtful Sound, which is going to be freaking magical.
It's about a 1-hour ferry across Lake Manapuri, and then a 1-hour bus journey over the Wilmot Pass to take us to the Deep Cove Cruise Terminal, where we'll be boarding our boat that will be our home for the next 24 hours.
That's nice. It's our room.
This'll do.
Yeah.
Huh?
Doubtful Sound is much larger than Milford, with a length of 40 kilometers or 25 miles. It's a hell of a lot quieter here though, because it's a lot harder to access than Milford Sound, and we only saw 1 or 2 other boats out here. In about an hour, we'll be going kayaking, but first up, we grab some refreshments from the lounge.
Cheers.
I think there's 3 other couples on here on the honeymoon as well. A little honeymooners club. And not speak to anyone else.
it's raining pretty hard out there, but we're about to go kayaking. And it's single kayaks, and the last time I went single kayaking, I capsized, so... yeah.
Cool.
Excited?
Yeah.
Love a yak.
Love a good yak.
Right, out in the water. It is pouring with rain, it's soaking wet, but we're gonna make this work somehow. Now we need to turn around.
Jamie.
This is one of the most beautiful places I've ever kayaked. This is just unreal. Waterfalls everywhere. This is worth the price of admission alone. This is just unbelievable. All the waterfalls coming down, different shapes and sizes. Ah, it's paradise.
How you guys doing? Hey! Enjoying your honeymoon?
Thank you. There's no other boats out here, so it's just us. And it's like our own private paradise. And just with the rain, like the rain's actually nice. It's like it makes the filming with the phone a pain in the ass, but other than that, it's absolutely perfect.
It's very like mystical and kind of spooky, but not spooky, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like prehistoric, you know?
Yeah.
As soon as we got back on board the boat, it was time to go for a swim.
Back to go swimming.
You jump?
So you can jump from here,
Whoa.
down there, or from the ladder.
No hesitation. How was it?
Here goes nothing, what? Better? Woo!
Cold?
Yeah, a little chilly. Sorry. Jumping over that.
Oh, it's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad.
I'm gonna get out though. It was actually like I could stay in a little longer, but compared to Antarctica, it was nothing. Beautiful. Anyway, to the bar. Big hot chocolate to warm up with. There's no Baileys on board. It's a shame.
Oversight.
So great just cruising by, and every bit you kind of like, oh, that's an amazing waterfall, and you go a bit further, there's another one, and then another one. So we're just chilling aside, having a glass of wine and watching this epic, beautiful nature go by. So right now we're just coming to the mouth of the sound or fjord and out to the Tasman Sea. We've just done a loop around that rock there, and now we're going to head back into the sound, I think.
They're so cute. Yeah, can I swim with them? Oh my god!
We got a huge pod of dolphins up ahead. Way more than we saw on our dolphin safari.
Out of the ordinary, you're very special. Jumping as well. Saying
the nature guide who works on the boat was saying he's worked on this boat for 4 years in Doubtful Sound, and he's only seen dolphins twice. One of those times was now. So that was pretty special. So this is where we parked up for the night, in this beautiful, calm little bay. And we're just all downstairs eating dinner. Such a beautiful, beautiful spot. So calm, so quiet. How lucky are we to be here right now? So beautiful. Except for the fucking sandflies.
The dinner that was served that night was absolutely phenomenal. Like, every dish tasted incredible, and it was no exaggeration one of the best meals we had on the entire trip.
I've just had 2 bites already and it's amazing.
Okay.
So good.
And then we had some lovely drinks with some new friends we made on the boat, and then called it a night.
So we've just come to the hall arm. Just waking up, but we just come to the hall arm of Doubtful Sound, and the guy was saying it's the most spectacular part of Doubtful Sound, and he wasn't wrong. It's like the whole place has just gone up a notch. It's just majestic in the scale.
We then had a moment that they called the sound of silence, where for a few minutes they turned off the engine and the generators from the boat and told everyone to put their phones and cameras away and just stand there in silence and listen. So I obviously didn't film it because that would defeat the point, but the only sounds you could hear were the birds in the trees and the waterfalls in the distance, and that's it. And it was so beautiful.
I think it's one of the best moments of the whole trip on the Doubtful Sound, other than just the amazing kayaking and just everything being unbelievable.
We then slowly cruised our way back to the dock, where our time in Doubtful Sound had come to an end.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
As we drove back over Wilmot Pass, we got a spectacular view back down to the fjord. We got the ferry back across Lake Manapori, and then it was time to drive to our final destination of our New Zealand road trip, the legendary Queenstown. Since we were making good time on the drive, we made a quick little detour to Arrowtown.
Well, just before we get to Queenstown, we're making a quick stop in Arrowtown, which is this beautiful little old, used to be old gold mining village, and now just a lovely little tourist place.
We spent about an hour wandering around and doing a bit of souvenir shopping, and then we made our way to Queenstown.
We've just arrived in Queenstown, our final stop of the trip, and I'm absolutely buzzing to be here because it's one of my favourite places in the world, and we've got 4 nights here, and I can't wait for Jamie to experience it over the next few days. But we're just having a quiet one tonight, just going to go into town and get some food because tomorrow we've got a very busy day. So it's 7:15 in the evening, and that's the line for Fur Burger. So we won't be doing that tonight.
Wow.
Instead of queuing for an hour, we went to Beach Street, where there's lots of dining options, and decided to get some sushi.
Finally got some sushi.
Then in the morning, it was time for our first big activity here, as we're going to be doing some whitewater rafting.
So we've just had a very adrenaline-filled morning going whitewater rafting down the Shotover River in Skipper's Canyon. We weren't allowed to bring cameras, and even the guides had GoPros on and they were filming, but they said we can't give the footage away to customers. We're just filming for liability purposes. So I was like, that's reassuring. But it was super beautiful, and like some of the bits of the canyon got like really narrow, and just tumbling down these rapids. So much fun. But if you're wondering what the canyon looks like, it's this river right here.
If you want him, come and claim him.
Next up, we went to the Onsen hot pools, which is literally a 3-minute drive from the rafting, and we booked it for 1 hour, which includes a drink and a snack.
But yeah, we're just gonna sit here and enjoy the view of the Shotover River. Or is this a river we were just rafting on, just more upstream?
Oh yeah. See, after rafting, that is just bliss.
So we're about to do something which I've never done before, which is actually go out on Lake Wakatipu. And we've booked ourselves on the TSS Earnslaw, old steamboat to cruise around for a couple of hours.
Excuse me, guys.
Should be lovely.
Boarding passes.
Yeah, we have.
Beautiful. That's all good. Sorry, I just interrupted you.
No, it's alright.
That's all right.
Real time work. I'll show it to your boss. You're doing a good job.
Cheers. Thank you.
My dad was there.
The boat journey is a 2-hour round trip across Lake Wakatipu, heading from Queenstown to Walter Peak Farm, where fortunately for us, most of the boat got off to have dinner, so we had our pick of the seats for the journey back.
It's beautiful. It's very relaxing. The boat is really cool. Like it's like a working old-timey steamboat. Which,
Yeah,
like,
it's legit. It's not just like for show and then.
no, it's legit. There are 2 teenagers downstairs shoveling coal. At least I assume they're teenagers. Because one of them's called Cody. Shout out to Cody.
No, it's been super nice, and it's like we've got quite a packed schedule in Queenstown, doing lots of things, so it's nice to sit back for a couple of hours, enjoy a bottle of wine, and just take in the views.
Once we made it back to town, we just had a chilled evening after our busy day. And then the next morning, we were heading to Deer Park Heights, that's full of Lord of the Rings filming locations. But first, we went to pick up Matt from the airport, who'd flown down for our final weekend in New Zealand.
Hi!
How you doing, buddy? Look who's here.
We've just picked Matt up from the airport, and now we're doing something that Matt's super excited for, which is going to a big Lord of the Rings location. So we're heading up to Deer Park Heights, which is kind of opposite Queenstown in front of the Remarkables, and this is like a Lord of the Rings playground. There's like 9 different locations up there. So we're just going to do that for the morning. It's a bit of a drive up. You have to pre-book and register your car to limit the amount of people going up there. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but there we go.
Shows you how much planning I've been doing this trip.
Now, see if we can get back on the sat-nav, started showing some of the locations, and we'll see if we can get it back up. Now, it's supposed to have a camera that recognises your number plate. Is it? Fuck yes! Welcome. So, if you fancy doing this and you're not into Lord of the Rings, there's plenty of cutie little animals to see along the way as well. So we got some piggies first.
So little and they're so cute and they're so chubby.
What kind of pigs are these? New Zealand?
Yeah, Polynesian pigs, I think. So I think they're the ones that the Polynesians brought with them, called kunikuni. So in Māori, a pig is called poaka. So poaka kunikuni. Yeah.
Facts.
Slow. Hi, guys. Wow, you're so tame. You have no natural predators, do you?
This is the deer of Deer Park Heights.
Deer of Deer Park Heights.
It's quite crazy to get so close to them actually because they're such flighty creatures. They usually just like scatter and run. It's crazy. I come away with you and within the first 10 minutes of doing something again that I never would have done.
Stick with us, man.
Yeah.
Hello, guys. Can you move?
Should we run over Matt now?
Oh, but look at the little ones. Oh.
Hi, little guys. Oh, hello.
All goats.
So many
ducks.
goats.
Oh, look, there's a little baby black one by the side here.
Oh.
It's hilarious. That's what I'm trying to look at the deer. That's only this banging this side. There's a fucking goat right there.
Hey, goat. Hey, I'm closing the door.
So yeah, we're just above the airport here. Getting amazing views. Like, it's worth coming up here just for the views alone. This is one of 9 Lord of the Rings locations up here. Most of them are from Two Towers when they're going from Edders to Helm's Deep. And over here is where one of the riders of Rohan first spots one of the wargs and gets killed. So let's go have a look.
Yeah, I'll get the clip out.
Maybe.
So basically from up here, the scout warg jumps down here and kills the rider.
I remember this. Yeah.
Let me see if I can load it up on my phone. See? I'm giving you guys a free tour.
If you don't have the movies downloaded.
Of course I do.
Oh, of course I do.
I'm so glad you got that.
Yeah. See, we're right there. So that's just looking back up that way.
And then the big scary guy jumps from right up there.
Yeah. There you go. Up there. Right, so Matt, we're going to get you to climb up there and jump down. Right, 1 down, 8 to go.
Woo! Yeah! We're having wine after this, eh?
Yeah, of course we are.
We should have had some wine before.
Oh, we should have. That would have been smart.
I'll stay here in Lord of the Rings land by myself. Correction, there's 7 Lord of the Rings locations, not 9. So this is from the extended edition of Return of the King, when they exit the Paths of the Dead. So in that crack there, they sort of built in the hole to make it look like they're coming out, and that's when they were all in despair, thinking that they'd failed, and a view down back to the lake, which they kind of used for when the ships were coming past as well. Don't have any food, guys. So somewhere around here is where Gimli falls off his horse. My precious! Stupid fat hobbits! I look so epic with that in the background. So the next one is a cliff that Aragorn falls off after the warg attack.
lands off here, right? You go,
Yeah. Falls down at Queenstown Airport.
Right, don't know how much of this you're going to hear, but this is where Legolas was firing the arrows at the orcs and did that cool jump onto the horse. Matt's our resident archer, so we'll have to get him doing some Legolas shots in a second.
You missed them, all of them. We should have Jamie on the hill over there just catching them.
loser, loser, loser. Oh. Isn't that amazing?
We've just come up to sort of the top, well, near the top of Deer Park Heights, and we can see down to the lake. We drove all the way down there on the way to Doubtful Sound.
Also, we're at the top. Hey!
Hey!
A lot easier than doing the Tonga Road crossing. I'm going to do a Karl Onsen, I'm going to do that. I knew it was going to be good. I didn't think it was going to be this good. That's true.
Yeah, so this is the lake that the refugees walk around away from Edoras to Helm's Deep. One of the most epic shots, like natural shots in the film, because there's no sort of effects, it's just actors walking around.
Imagine being an extra in this movie and just doing loops around the lake all day long. Just walking.
Yeah. This is natural. Like, this isn't a set that was made.
Yeah.
Like Hobbiton, this is real.
Yeah.
It's epic.
So what do you think of Deer Park Heights, guys?
It's fun. It was really fun.
Yeah, despite my saying, oh, Lord of the Rings movie places, it was actually really, really cool.
Just like the perfect view of the Remarkables and the lake and Queenstown, everything around, just incredible for that.
And the little animals are really cute. Like the little piggies.
You know, mate.
Once we made it back down, we went for lunch with Andrea, who was my Kiwi bus driver back in 2013. So great seeing her again. And then we made our way back to our hostel.
So yeah, we're staying at Hacker House Lodge, which is just on the lakefront. It's like a few minutes away from town, but it's a lovely spot right by the lake, and there's some like good barbecue things on the shore here, so you can just stay in here and then go chill and have some drinks and food by the lake. So today's our last day in Queenstown, and we're going to do a winery tour because we need to do one around Queenstown, but we're looking at different ones to do. And there's so many options, but we found one where you do a wine tour with a dog. It's like, we've got to do that one. So, gonna get picked up in a couple of minutes. Take a 5-hour tour, lots of wine, one lovely dog, and lots of happy people.
We will be happy by the end of the tour.
Hello.
Let's go.
Craig's joining us as well. Craig from Australia.
Hey, yes.
And there wasn't actually a dog on the tour today. She was off on her own adventure. But we're going to 3 different wineries in the Gippsland Valley, which is the southernmost wine region in the world.
Do a walk down there and do an Instagram walk and twirl.
Don't you dare put that in the video.
It's definitely going in now. Definitely going in now.
They have a wine cave.
I normally don't like a Riesling because I find them too sweet. This one is sweet, but in a very gentle kind of way.
I wonder after like the third vineyard what we're going to be saying about the wine.
Number two.
So we just did a lovely tasting at Kinross. Diego from Brazil was leading the tasting. But this is a dangerous rosé.
It's a really good rosé. Ooh.
It's what I call white girl wasted.
Yes. This is trouble.
It's not a sexy wine.
This tastes like trouble. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Wow.
Enjoy your meal.
Here's to
White girl wasted.
Over this hill here is the Nevis Bungee. So the last time I drove on this road, I was shitting myself. And now we're just doing like a pleasant winery tour.
So pleasant.
Cheers. We all joined the winery tour team. Hey!
It was wonderful. I'm feeling very blessed.
All a lot merrier right now.
How many wines was it?
We think 17. We're going to round it up to 20 anyway. 20 wines.
We'd had such a fun day out, indulging in delicious wine and food, and then back in Queenstown, Jamie and I had one last activity left to finish off our time in New Zealand.
So we're just about to do the final activity of our trip, which is a scenic helicopter ride up to around the Remarkables. Can do a little landing. Something else I've always wanted to do, and it's going to be Jamie's first time in a helicopter because we didn't get to do Franz Josef. You probably hear in the background.
So excited. So excited. Yeah.
This is so cool. Right on the edge of Remarkables.
You can really see the shape of the lake as well. Like,
yeah,
it goes like kind of a, yeah, like the pilot was saying, a bit of a lightning bolt shape, which is really gorgeous. Thank you so
Love it.
much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, just there, Deer Park Heights, where we were at yesterday, and this is how much higher we are.
Love it. So cool.
That evening, we had the whole gang meet up together again for one final night in Queenstown.
We're at Atlas Bar. They got Queenstown lager on tap.
Cheers, mates.
And of course, a night out in Queenstown wouldn't be complete without going to Cowboy's Bar.
Oh, I love this bar!
Right, shots. Let's go.
To finish off the night, we finally got ourselves a Ferg burger because there really isn't much of a queue at 2 in the morning. Then, our time in New Zealand had come to an end and we'll be flying out from Queenstown Airport this afternoon.
The priority for this trip for me was just sharing New Zealand with Jamie. Like, I prioritised the itinerary for a first-timer's visit here and just seeing the things I think Jamie would enjoy the most. I've had just a big grin on my face the whole time. Like, each day, it's like, oh, now you're going to get to see this, and now you're going to get to do this.
It's stunning. It's so beautiful. And we saw dolphins, which is really special. Oh my god. New Zealand's a bit of Mother Nature's theme park in, like, not in a tacky way, but like there is so much stuff, so compact and so many varied activities that you can do, and it's all absolutely stunning. It's all absolutely amazing. It's beautiful. Oh, hi.
For me personally, it's like been nice doing repeating some activities, but also just seeing the country from a literal different perspective, like with the flights over the mountains or kayaking in Doubtful Sound. It's just unreal.
This is worth the price of admission alone. This is just unbelievable.
I'll admit the Tongariro wasn't my favorite at the time, but definitely really memorable and like a really good accomplishment.
Well done, everyone. Well done. Tongariro complete.
And then kayaking in Cathedral Cove was so beautiful, and Blenheim and Otago as well. It was just like wine paradise.
We have an affordable wine taste. Come a long way from drinking goon in hostels, you know.
But there's also all of these amazing little moments, like little waterfalls on the side of the road, or going to Kerosene Creek was really one of my highlights because it was so unexpected.
One of those places kind of hard to believe is actually real. It's just too perfect.
And then getting to share it with like all our close friends and family, plus Luke, was interesting. But
I've been sharing our honeymoon with Matt.
Oh, I've loved your honeymoon. I've loved crashing your honeymoon.
We're on the other side of the world, and we have such good friends here, so it's been so special to share these kind of moments with them and make these memories together. And we've also had some lovely private time as well, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
The best thing about the whole trip though is getting to know Jamie. And we're best friends now.
We're best friends now.
Yeah, and I like her more than you.
And I'm here too.
That's usually how it works. People meet me and then they realize they like me better. But, you know.
Yeah.
But it's been great seeing Matt again. It feels like we haven't seen each other for a good few years, and it felt like no time had passed at all. Just suddenly right back in it.
Oh,
Like, there
mate,
you go.
it's been so good.
So good. So good seeing you, buddy.
See you too, man.
Everything I dreamed of this trip being has kind of come true, and it's just been such a beautiful, memorable experience. And sharing it with my lovely wife, Jamie, it's just been incredible. And love New Zealand, and we'll be back very soon.
We'd originally planned for this trip to actually be a week longer, and we were going to hike the Rootburn and Milford tracks. But we decided not to use up all of Jamie's annual leave on one trip, with the idea we'd come back in a couple of years to do those treks. But as this trip went on, the list of things we want to do on that return visit just kept growing and growing. So we'll have to see how big the next trip's actually going to be, because that's the thing, you can never get enough of New Zealand.